I could see that though, because it's something that you believe in. It's like your baby, and
Yeah.
just like it's like watching that countdown. Like it's like, okay, I have 15 days left. I need to raise $75 more, whatever the case may be. Like, come on, let's just at least hit this goal. At least hit that goal. Just
Yeah.
to just hit that goal. If I don't get over that, fine. But if I can hit and that's
I think what makes it more stressful is that they can back out at any time, and then your some payments don't go through. So like my last campaign, $400 from one person didn't go through, so I lost $400.
that's crazy.
So if Kickstarter took the money out right away, like Indigo or Indiegogo, then
Yeah.
it would be better. I'd be less stressed because I'd be like, I hit 2,000, I'm getting 2,000, I'm good to
Hmm.
go. But it doesn't work that way,
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's more stressful.
But we're here again, people. I know we were talking through, but we're having a good conversation. Let's continued it. Another episode of Horror with Sir Sturdy. We are reviewing the movie Sissy, and we're also talking about, you guessed it, Chaos Comics with Clarissa. I'm
Yes.
pronouncing your name right again, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. So how's it going, Clarissa?
Good. So far so good. I mean, except for the banning and Facebook for no reason whatsoever. It's good.
It's funny you say that. No lie. Just what was it, Tuesday, James?
Yeah, a few days ago. Yeah.
My horror Facebook group out of nowhere gone.
Whoa. Really?
Gone. Yeah.
Deleted.
And the reason why I found out is because my wife went to go post into it, and then she messaged me like, "What's going on with the group?" She thought something was wrong with her phone. So
Yeah.
see if you can get in with the group. And I was home, so tried on the computer, nothing. Tried on the phone, nothing. And then I hit James up, and he was like, "Let me check," or some shit. Or no. He was going in there to look for movies my wife posted the previous day to go watch them. And he was like, the group's gone. I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know what the hell's going on with Facebook.
I just thought it was a Facebook hiccup.
It was more
Well, I'm not the only one. So there was 3 other people that posted that they have it for no reason whatsoever. Because I don't even curse, and I curse a lot. But I don't curse in any of my posts. I'm not very negative. I'm not very offensive on posts, mind you. So there really was no reason for me to be banned at all. And I mean, 2 days ago, it said you're banned for 20 days from sharing links or posts or posting links. But all I ever share is my fellow indie creators. So none of it's spam. So
yeah.
But so it said you're banned for 20 hours. So I'm like, fine, whatever, 20 hours. And then when the 20 hours were done, I got a notice that says you're banned for four days. My whole 4 days of my campaign. I was like,
wow.
I've been at work all day, so I don't know how I can be offensive by not being on here, but apparently I pissed somebody off, or Facebook just hates me, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what their community guidelines are anymore, but I think it takes one person to report you on something stupid, and they don't even look. They automatically just.
I think it's just I don't think they have people looking at it. It's more so they're stupid bots and just any little thing to where, again, like we were talking off scene, some of this technology shit is too much. Like, we don't need technology taking care of that. Leave that to the people. Let technology do the boring paperwork stuff.
Like, I got banned 1 year ago this month, and it said in my, which I just found out where it was, I never knew it existed, in my alert inbox, it told me that what I said wrong. I said so I was in a grooming group, and this really horrible person that wasn't there, someone was talking about him, said something like they specifically made the dogs bleed to cut their nails really short, like they just did it to make them short, and they don't care that it bled or hurt. So I wrote, oh, we should make her nails bleed and see how she likes it. Well, that got me banned. But the point is that it told me, and this time it's just like, yep, you're banned. I'm like, from what? Like what did I do? I've been good. No cursing, no nothing. I mean, yeah, I called someone I don't know if you can curse on this or not.
Oh yeah, you can.
I called someone that we weren't talking about. Somebody abused animals, and they go, I said, I said something about what a bitch, and they banned me. So yeah, so that was last year. I haven't had anything. I've been good for a whole year, and I got banned anyway. So I might as well be a bitch and say whatever I want. If I'm gonna get banned anyway,
maybe it's just this month because you said
yeah, it's like
same month
remembering.
last year. So just next
It's
year,
gonna get posted
next
over
year
the
maybe
back.
just don't do anything. Just stay off social media. Just like, you know what, guys, I don't usually promote. I'm not doing a Kickstarter this month. This is when I'm taking my break. Is in May.
No Kickstarters in May.
Nope, because I'm banned. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be banned next
You know
month.
what?
So no
And then
Kickstarters
someone
in May.
said you should just go to the dark side, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna get banned anyway, might as well. It's just like if you're gonna get in trouble anyway, you might as well do something worth getting in trouble for. All of May, I'll just curse everyone else and be like, I'm just banned in May, everyone, so you know. I'm gonna have fun on my way out.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But I do want to get into this movie that one of us really loved. With the movie Sissy. And I guess we'll start with early ratings. James, you want to kick it off?
All right. I'm going to. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I'll say it's 6.
Okay. A 6. And now our guesstimate for me, because you watched this before I did. I just watched this today. Was a 6, but I'm gonna bump it down to. I'm gonna bump it down to a 4, actually.
I think I gave it a 6.
Do you think?
Oh, nope, I lied. I gave it a 4. I read it wrong. I looked at another movie.
This guy, man, you've been so organized lately, James. Writing down your scores.
It's just there's 2 on each page. I read the one.
Oh, I see.
So I'm guessing 1 is the worst because there's no way in hell this would be a.
For me, it's 0. I'm 0 to 10. Aaron's is off the charts. He's like negative $1 billion to.
No, it's negative 10 for me. Okay, so for me, it's negative 10. That's like the show thingy. Negative 10 to positive 10. But, and it's all because of this movie. You know what? I want to tell you, what's your rating first, and I'll tell you why the rating is the way it is.
Okay, I have 2 ratings for this movie.
Ooh,
for a horror movie, it's a 0. I didn't. I'll give it a 1 because the last 2 deaths were okay. But no horror movie should have no deaths until after halfway through. It's just blasphemy. I don't care. Either have one really good one in the beginning, and then you kind of filter it fine. But nothing, no bloodshed, no whatever. 1 as a movie, I'll give it a 3 because it wasn't a bad movie. It was a bad horror movie. Like I didn't want to pull my teeth out or anything watching it. You know. So, but as far as a horror movie,
high school bully movie.
Basically, from childhood, which
like they grew up and they're like, oh my god,
it didn't change. But here, all right, so we can dive into this and we just jump around when we're talking about movies. I'm just gonna get right into it. So the girl, what was her name, Alex or Alexa? You would have thought she would have learned when she got hit in the face with that shovel as a kid. Like, yo, if I don't care who the fuck, I don't care if I was never a bully, but I don't care if the kid that I'm bullying is 2 feet tall. If you hit me in the face and slice me in the mouth with a shovel, I'm not fucking with you anymore, ever again in life.
That part did look cool, though.
It looked awesome.
He's trying to hold.
Yeah, it was just sitting in there, like.
And you know what's funny is I didn't feel bad for her either. I was like, no, you deserve that. You keep fucking.
They didn't pick a very good actress though for the young girl for her. I mean, look nothing like her. Even if you want to say she dyed her hair, still didn't look like
she looked like a whole different nationality.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. I'm like, is this even the same?
I was like, that definitely not the same nationality because you were
the same
about
family,
half a shade lighter than me to about the same color as James. That's not how it works. Usually it's the other way around. If anything, later in life.
No,
that's true.
Yeah, that was very poorly done. I didn't even realize it was her until I'm like, oh. Right.
The other kids they didn't do bad with, especially with Sissy and her friend. They actually did really good with the kids in the.
Yes.
But the other girl, they just picked them like, "Hey, you, come on, you're gonna be in this part."
I agree.
The majority of the kills were like accidental.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
right. Anger problem. She snaps.
Well, okay. The first one. I mean, who didn't want to hit that chick? So,
100%. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, I mean, technically, she didn't kill her though.
That's true. Resolved.
She knocked her out.
The other guy wasn't, he fell, fine, whatever. The car accident, fine, whatever. The chick in the bathtub, I don't know what happened there.
Driving over her head wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
the whole car scene could have been better. Like that scene would have been better if she ran her down with the car.
Well, it was supposed to be that the kangaroo was foreshadowing, so it was saying that she was putting out of her misery when she went over her head. So she wasn't killing her; she was saving her.
Yeah, she repeated it. That's what the girl said to her.
Yeah. So exactly. Okay. And she didn't kill Emma, so yeah. So and then Alex, she didn't kill her. So she really, technically, I mean. She didn't really kill anybody. So
she killed the one that she took to scalp the hair, right?
She pushed her in the tub.
No, she pushed her in the tub, and her hair got caught in the jet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how that happened. But...
Help.
Yeah. So it's like a whole bunch of accidental deaths.
Yeah. So this is just.
She's just a walking curse. No one go near her.
It would have been more like cause and effect, and you know. Yeah. The
okay, what with the crutches did make me laugh. How he felt and he just slapped against the rocks and everything.
Yeah, he hit the rocks. That's when it got a point when I was like, okay.
Yeah, I laughed. I was like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was going to grab that, and I was like, well, that wouldn't work for the movie because he can't live. So then, I was like, okay, so that's funny. So
the thing is, they call this movie a horror comedy, but it's not like. That's what I'm saying. It's not like they're pushing the comedy.
I don't think that was supposed to be funny. I think we're just mentally challenged.
I think so too. I agree. My mind is dark. My mind is dark.
I don't think that was supposed to be funny. But I
seemed like a horror drama kind of teeny bopper kind of movie.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
They were. Yeah. I mean, I could see it as a drama, horror. But again, it wasn't really horror. It was. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I see what you're saying. It's not like
maybe even instead of saying horror, which I know you can kind of put them in
gore.
Well, a close category, maybe more of a. Well, you could say gore, but that would be. I feel like that'd be more horror, but more of a thriller-ish, like a horror thriller.
More like psychological. I mean,
definitely
a little bit. Yeah.
Because
like I
she's
said,
an influencer of your health, your mind, and everything. But she's a psycho case.
Yeah, like I said, as a movie, if I went into it as a regular movie, it would have been different. But since I knew it was supposed to be a horror, and I'm watching it, I'm just like, I need blood, or I'm out of here. Like, if it wasn't for you making me watch it, I would have given up. Because it was like, I think I was checking the time, and by the time the gore came in, it was like 49 minutes in, and I was like, that was unacceptable for gore.
Yeah, we could have definitely used some earlier.
Yeah, a lot of it was like remembering memories and them doing karaoke.
Yeah, like, if you watch Tucker and Dale, there's that little bit of horror in the beginning. It's not even supposed to be a technical horror. I mean, it is, but it's not. They give you that little bit of horror, so there's something coming, and you have to focus on that, which is great. But this gave you nothing. Like, it should have given you something to keep you interested until that 50 freaking minutes in. And because my husband would walk in and out, and he's like, "Any Yaddle's?" Like, no, we're at 25 minutes. We're no gore, no nothing. And but yeah, so that's why the movie doesn't get a 0, because the people weren't overly annoying. The ones that weren't supposed to be. Yeah. I kind of like Sissy. I mean, her hair looked cool, and I mean, she wasn't overly annoying like you would think that someone like her would be. So that's why it doesn't completely fail as a movie. But yeah, it wasn't a horror movie for me. I didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be a drama or a horror.
Yeah, like a mix.
I couldn't decide. So it's like, we'll do half and half. We'll do drama and horror.
What bothered me about it also is like when they're talking shit about her right in front of her face, I would have left. Why are you staying in an awkward situation like that?
Yeah. Did they even tell her that Alex was going to be there? Did I miss that?
They did, really, but I think it was a little bit later on. I think it was like, oh yeah, and Alex is going to be there type of deal. Yeah.
Okay, because she looked really shocked when she saw her, like, I wasn't expecting to be there. Because if that's true and she didn't know, that is pretty fucked up of Emma. Like, I mean, you know what she did to her. So on both sides of the fence, Emma's a bitch. I
She
mean,
is, yeah.
you knew.
Because she even said it. She said, if I told you, you wouldn't have came.
Yeah.
Oh,
But she
the,
didn't tell the other one. She didn't tell the other one either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the real villain of this movie is Emma.
Is Emma. So she deserved the whole multiple stabs in the face that crushes her face in.
Yeah.
actually, yeah, and she got it
Okay.
from both of them.
Kill. That took a while. It was just like putting dents in her head until the head just cracked open.
Yeah. That was a little...
She got it from both of them. She got it from both of her best friends in quotes because
Well, she fucked them both over.
she
So,
really did.
I mean, one person that she supposedly loved got abused by the person she was going to be stuck in a house with no way to leave. And then the other one got sliced by that one. So obviously she's not going to want her around. So yeah, the one that is the villain of this whole damn thing and deserved to die is Emma.
Yep.
And the other ones are just assholes, so we don't really care.
And the thing is, Emma and her friends triggered Cecilia, because if they get running into each other in the store, Sissy will still be making her Instagram videos, living a normal life.
Emma made her go. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
you gotta come. I mean, she
Yeah.
was doing great with her life. She had her life under control. She had like 10 million followers. Like, she didn't need Emma. She didn't seem to miss her until she saw her.
Yeah, she didn't know who she was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
She tried to get
confused.
away from her, and then Emma's like, no, you gotta recognize me. And she's like, oh no, I'm whatever. And she's like, no, you have to know who I am, even though I don't love you anymore and I'm with somebody else, but you have to see me.
Yep.
So yeah.
Basically, she forced her into it.
No, I might give it half a point now because I hate Emma more. Yeah. Like I like that the she is actually the antagonist in the whole damn thing. So
yeah. And the thing is, it made it seem like she died because she started going down the river like she was going to drown.
yeah.
I'm like, what happened to her? Then all of a sudden she just comes to the house soaking wet.
Yeah. What the hell?
Like, what the fuck?
Like, what happened?
Yeah, where did you go?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm still stuck on the pulling out the bullet thing.
I
don't know if you would know, like, how do you know exactly where you got shot?
Yeah, at first I didn't know she got shot back in the head because I thought it looked like the hole came there, but then I seen the point. I was like, wait a minute, that's coming out.
Yeah.
He's grabbing it.
She pulls it out.
No.
She
I was
pulls
like,
it out
what the hell?
like a splinter. Let me just pull this bullet out because
Like,
that's how it works.
I don't think it works like that, yeah.
I do like how it gushed after, but that
Oh, yeah.
that was pretty cool.
But
But
she's like, and just like,
yeah, I mean, there's no way she would know where that was, because I mean, you just wouldn't know. Even if you could feel it, which I doubt, she went right for it.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
like, oh, I got shot. Let me find it and look at it. I mean, I'm not about the part that she died like slow. Yeah, that maybe, but there's no way she could have pulled the bullet. I would have liked it better if she had like touched her forehead and just brought out her, see the blood or something. But pulling out the bullet, which I still don't think would have happened.
the type of the gun the cop had and how close he was, when it blew a hole into the back of her head.
Yeah,
I mean, she already did kind of have a chunk in the back of her
but
head.
there's no way.
I think have gone that close range, man. It should have went bow. Like,
I agree.
It would have went all the way through, and there's no reason why it would stop at that part, at that close range.
It'll go to the wall. It'll go right to the wall.
Yeah, there's no way.
Unless he's thick-headed. She's got a massive skull.
I mean,
she's got a metal plate somewhere.
if I wasn't so amused by the part of her pulling out the bullet, I probably would have hated it more. I hated it because it was stupid, but I enjoyed it because it was stupid at the same time.
Exactly. That's like I said, the guy fell off the cliff. I thought it was stupid, but he chuckled, made me chuckle. There was a lot of gore. I like the blood stuff. I like the smashing of the head running over. I like little things like that.
A little unrealistic though when they're getting smashed.
But you still enjoy it. You're like it just explodes like a watermelon.
Yeah, I mean it's not CG, so you have to give it credit.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I'll take practical.
But the story itself, oh, 100% every time. Practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, CG's better for like Marvel and DC and shit like that.
Yeah, that's crazy, out of control shit. Yeah,
it was practical.
But the storyline,
all horror should be practical. There's no if, ands, or buts there.
They never realized that when they use practical effects like that,
Oh, it's beautiful.
The horror fans enjoy it a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we prefer it. We love
So
it.
why you do it? Just that's why I don't like the Sci-Fi Channel movies, like Sharknado and everything. The CGI is over the top,
Oh,
insane. I hate it.
Dude, I will take bad special effects over really good CGI any day. Like, have you seen the movie Basket Case with the thing in the basket?
mhm.
Yeah. I mean, that thing is the worst slow motion ever. And I would watch it all day long over any kind of CG crap.
But what it is with that though is, I mean, well, for one, you know, they only had a small budget, and you know what they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
And you have more appreciation. You're like, that's kind of cool. Like as a kid seeing those movies, like, oh my gosh. But as an adult seeing it, you're like, okay, I see what's really going on. But that's still kind of cool. That's still kind of cool. You have the nostalgia factor from it. And I'm at the point now where I love, like, when you get a chance to watch the behind the scenes and how all that shit was done and made. And,
Oh, like the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
and like everyone loves it, the fact that the thing, he's going to use the defibrillator on the stomach instead of the heart, and nobody cares because it was just too cool to see his hands chopped off. We don't care.
Nope.
Look at that. That was awesome. So,
Dude, back then, practical effects, the people who did it was like considered like Hollywood stars.
oh yeah, and so they should be. Do you ever watch Face Off? That show?
Yep.
I love that show. That was the coolest watching these
I
people
didn't
do
know
that
they
show.
canceled it, right?
I think so, but it was
Yeah,
on
that
for a
was
while.
fun.
Yeah,
They
it was on
did
for a while.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, they did some. Yeah,
I wish I was that talented.
I hear
I
you.
wish I had any talent. Well, I guess I have some talent, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got a lot of talent. You got your own comic books, novels, and everything here. You know?
Yeah.
You wanna talk about that a little bit? Like exactly what is?
And we have
Yeah.
covers.
My favorite covers.
These two.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
That is pretty cool.
that one's the
It's
DC artist. He worked on Batman, Harley Quinn for decades. And the
Oh.
colorist, I don't know if you know, the colorist is from the current interior pages for Lady Death Universe.
Nice.
So Sissy Dela Cruz. They're both working on my graphic novel cover right now. So it's gonna look awesome.
I want a signed hard copy of this one right here. That cover
Right?
is awesome.
Yeah. He might actually sign some for me. He said he'd sign it if I send him to him. So
Sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me know, please.
yeah, he's awesome. He's a great guy. I like him. I talked to him on the phone for like 90 minutes. So
Nice.
yeah, he's awesome. She is her first language isn't English, but she's still incredibly cool and easy to talk, very easygoing,
Nice.
and stuff. So yeah. So I like all the artists that I have. I think 2 I'll never use again, which yeah, I don't feel bad for it, but like one, so I bought an art from them, and you get the original. So I said when I ordered it, do I get the original with this? Yes. Okay. So is there any extra fee for that? No. Okay. Is this the total with shipping? Yes. Okay. So I paid for it, he made it, and then he didn't ship it. And I said, well, are you going to ship it? Because I don't like things to sit on the back burner. If someone came to me and said, listen, I need a little more time, I'm very understanding. But if you're not going to tell me anything and keep saying, I'm going to do it in 2 days. So after like a week and a half goes by, he's like, oh, I spent the money on bills, so I can't ship it. You have to pay for shipping. And I was like, no. I said, I already paid for shipping. I specifically paid for shipping. And he's like, well, you have to pay $15 again, or you're going to have to just wait until I'm ready. I was like, this is bull because I paid for it. He goes, it's not like you're not going to get it. I was like, that's not the point. I paid for shipping. You're not supposed to use what I paid for shipping. Yeah. That's the whole point of me paying for shipping. So after and then I said, you have a week to ship it. And he goes, oh, is that a threat? I go, no. I said, if you don't ship it in a week, then I'm going to go to PayPal because I paid for the original and that's what I want. And you didn't come to me and said, listen, I'm having a hard time. Can I have an extra week? You literally gave me the most ambiguous answer you can give me, which is, I don't know. So he's like, oh, it sounds like you're having a hissy fit. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's bad for business.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to remember this for the next time. And this was the second cover we did. And as a starving artist, you think you wouldn't piss off someone that has 40 more covers to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be a big shot or anything, but I'm still stupid enough to pay for art from somebody that doesn't appreciate it.
That was a bad business move.
Yeah.
What a business move.
I mean, and I bought 2 from him already. I never bargain. I never bargain. I know a couple people will say, "Oh, I can't afford it, so can you do this price or can you go into?" I never do. I've even been offered like 2 artists like, "What can you pay?" I was like, "I don't bargain. It's your price. You're worth it. I'll have to either pay it or wait or what."
Mhm.
Because I work in the industry. I have my own business. I don't want people to, a plumber doesn't come over and do their job and you're like, well, can you do lower? No, you pay
Yeah.
what the guy tells you to. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's very diminishing. I mean, I don't get mad at people that do it. I'm just saying, to me, it's very diminishing. I work in the service industry. I don't want someone to diminish my work and be like, well, do it cheaper. No. So, but other than that, I like to recycle my artists. If I
Mhm.
like them, they do a good job. And I'm very patient. I'm not as patient when I've already paid. I got to admit that when I pay up front, I'm not as patient because I paid it. I don't want to forget it. I don't want it to get lost. But if I didn't pay and I've had artists take like months to get to me, and I was like, whatever, as long as I didn't pay yet, you
Yep.
tell me when you're ready. But once I pay, yeah, then I'm more impatient. I'm just like, did you start it? Did you do this, whatever? And I've been yelled at for paying first, and I get the idea of paying first because and some say real artists you shouldn't pay first, which is bull because I can fight it through PayPal if they don't give it to me. But if I don't pay them, there is nothing they could do when they already did the work. So I'm actually on
Mhm.
the artist side to pay first. But I don't think you should pay until they start it. So
Yeah.
once you pen to paper or whatever, then I'll pay. But yeah, I feel bad these artists get screwed. I've gotten screwed out of artists and I'm still on their side. I had an artist steal $3,000 from me.
Damn.
So, yeah, my first artist. And then I tried to fix it for another $2,000. And that was weird. My camera, my computer went on silent. I don't know. So my first issue before, I spent $5,000 trying to fix this thing, and I hated it. I didn't get complaints. I hated it. So when I got a new artist, he actually redid one. So I pretty much just threw away $5,000. It was worth it to have my new artist, but yeah, that didn't even deter me from getting a real artist because that's just what happens.
It's a
So
good thing it didn't deter you though, because some people would be like, and understandably like, shit, that was
well,
$5,000, and
it sucks, but I have to say I'm kind of glad it happened. I mean, I wish I didn't lose that $5,000, but I'm kind of glad it happened because I love this artist way more than that artist.
yeah,
So that person succeeded. There's no way I'd be on issue 4 now. That person took 6 months to do issue 1, so there's no way that would have ever happened. And 2, I love the style of the new guy. And he's part of it. He's not just someone I pay. He actually loves the story. He went away for a month for a vacation, and halfway through, like 2 weeks in, he's like, I miss drawing the story. I can't wait till my vacation's over. I was like, okay, enjoy your vacation. I know it's an addicting story, but he was so thrilled to get back. And whenever he draws something, he's like, are they going to be okay? I was like, really? Yes.
that's awesome.
I
That's awesome.
tortured my poor character. So
That's awesome. Now, what got you into wanting to do this kind of art?
well, Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
I played Resident Evil 2 when it first came out. I saw the commercial and I literally bought PlayStation 1 to play this game. I loved it so much that I was doing some research on Stay Alive. I saw the movie Stay Alive and I was doing research and somebody was RPing the Stay Alive and I was like, is that legal? Like what is this? And then yeah, so they said you just pick a character and role play it. So I actually role played Claire Redfield for 15 years, and I just love the genre. I love, the role playing. And then I found my co-writer through RP. So we RP'd the story for 2 years, and we pretty much didn't do this on purpose. We came up with we wrote 11 novels. And then it was such a good story. I'm like, I need to turn these into a comic book. So 5 of those novels is this series 1. And I love it. I love seeing it drawn out. I love seeing the characters come to life. And someone's like, how do you decide what to cut? I'm like, I don't I cut very little, hence 45 issues is a series. I don't want to skip anything. I love it. I do know that when I first hired an artist, I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I had no idea what I was doing. and I hired the person. And then that night I wrote to my co-writer. I was like, I don't know how to do a script. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. She's like, you'll figure it out. So the next day I watched YouTube, and I was like, all right, I'll try. So I wrote out a script, and I handed it to my letterer to look over. They're like, did you want to see any of the art, or did you want all dialogue? And I was like, oh, right. So my first script was 2 scripts. So I had 2 issues. So I learned that dialogue was something I had to figure out. So I had to spread that out a little bit more. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, my characters think a lot more. So we have a lot of thought bubbles, especially Draven. He's a demon descendant. So he doesn't really have, he talks more later on, but he kind of just, says sarcastic things and then thinks other things. Yeah. So we have the thought bubbles, which so far everyone seems to like, because you get to get into the character's head, and see what's going on. So yeah, I mean, it just turned into this crazy ride. Book 1 is pretty much them in Silent Hill. As that they're in a town merging with hell, so they can't get out. And there's zombie merman. There's hellhounds. There's zombies. There's ghosts. There's skeletons in the wall. There's Anubis. So there's all this stuff going on that it's just totally crazy, and they don't know what's going on. And when they meet up, they were separated for 10 years. They thought the other one was dead, and he trained as an assassin, and she trained as a supernatural hunter. So when they finally got to realize that in this town that they're still alive, they didn't believe it, because they thought the other person was dead. So my letter is like, shouldn't they like kiss and like be all excited to see each other? I'm like, no. He thinks it's a bad dream. She thinks it's a trick. And 2 seconds later, they get, attacked by a horde of ghosts. So no, they don't really have time to, kiss or anything. They don't even kiss till like issue 5. So sorry, but they don't even have time to talk. It's mostly action. I think they have like 4 pages to talk in issue 5. So not more action than anything. So
nice. I have your Kickstarter up over here. I was just scrolling through it, and let me get to it really quick and share it on the screen.
Sure.
Now, are you doing audiobooks also, or is it just?
I offer, yeah. My last Kickstarter is 1, 2, 3. This one is 1 through 4. The 4 is the new one, but you can get all back issues, including PDFs and printed. You can get any past variants. You can get any current variants as add-ons. So everything's in add-ons. I don't make people spend the big bucks to get what they want. So
this for sure I want, but then I want like all the other. I seen a bundle on here.
Yes, there is a bundle, and like I said, you can also get anything as an add-on, but you get more stuff in the bundles. Yeah. I got to say, the metal print. I've never had a metal print before. I have one right here, and it's so shiny. I'm so stupid, but it's so shiny.
Can you pull that up again, please? Just because I didn't. Hang on, let me move the screen back for a second.
That's
awesome.
That's
on Kickstarter?
This is on Kickstarter. Yeah, it's the metal print. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I want.
Yeah. There's actually a video you could see on there too. And I think I have 2 metal prints left, and I have 1 wood print left. There's a wood print.
Oh, here's the pledge I was talking about. This is the one with.
Yep. That's the most popular one that I had. This one.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's with all of them, right?
Yeah.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you gotta get them all.
Yeah, I know. It should be that in the metal print.
Yeah.
My luck is I'll get the first one, and all the others are sold out. I'm screwed. I'm like, I can't get it.
You said okay. I'm gonna play the video, but I'm gonna put us backstage just so there's no sound interruption.
Oh, I just want to point out though, the song you hear, the music, is actually the song that we had created and performed and written for our comic book. So as an add-on, there's a $5 add-on where you get a downloaded song, both the vocal version and the instrumental version, and this is the music from it.
Yeah, well, that means no copyright, so we're good.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Did you say you do audio? You have an audiobook version of this too? Of these?
No, it's not an audio yet. Somebody offered it, so it might be eventually. But right now, we had a song written for them, so all the lyrics are actually in the Kickstarter. If you go below, but the lyrics are based on our 2 main characters.
Okay. Oh,
and
nice.
it was written just for us, so the music was performed just for us. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna put us backstage really quick, and then I'll. That was fun.
That was awesome. It's my type of thing right there. You got like a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Every
Yeah.
type of monster. It's like Constantine meets Supernatural.
Yeah, it's saying Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Supernatural and Silent Hill in the Resident Evil world. But now I'm adding Constantine because you're absolutely right. It is very Constantine. And I will tell you, like, issue one, book one is great. I love book one. And my favorite's book three. So I forgot about book two. And when I was stripping it out, I was like, holy crap, there's a lot in here. Like in book two, they get trapped in this haunted asylum, which they can't get. I don't know if this is aging me a lot, but have you ever heard of or played Seventh Guest? You ever play that?
It's not familiar, but I don't think I ever played it.
It's kind of a ghost game where you're trying to figure out what's going on in this thing. But so anyway, you're trapped in this asylum. You're trapped with ghosts. You're trapped with zombies. You're trapped with our version of lickers. They're like giant salamanders on the ceiling with like razor sharp tails. I mean, they go all through it. And then you go to book three, which is all Resident Evil 2, pretty much. They're trapped in an infested city. You know, they go through this military hospital and they go through these labs and stuff, like all this stuff that happens. And you can tell which one's my favorite because book one is 7 issues, book 2 is 7 issues, and book 3 is like 15. So got a little bit longer. But I love Resident Evil. And it was just, it's such an exception. And we have 3 different versions of zombies, which was not intentional, just kind of happened that way. And when someone asked me what kind of zombies you have, and I was like, well, we have the 3 kinds because you have the Dawn of the Dead type in book 1, where they come from the dead, they come from hell because they're raising up. But you have in book 2, it's ghosts going around. So the ghosts are possessing the dead bodies and like raising up. So they're zombies, but they're possessed by ghosts. And then you have book 3, which is the virus type Resident Evil zombies that are slow moving and you can kind of get around them, but they're probably going to grab you from under the car and all that stuff. So
that's awesome.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
This is like checking off my check boxes of everything I like. This is in the supernatural world. I'm like, zombies, check. A zombie man, okay. You got Egyptian gods, okay.
I have a plushy zombie merman. This is my plushy zombie merman.
That's cool.
And in book 3, if you saw the cover, there's the skeleton bird. So this is our skeleton bird.
That's awesome.
And then I don't know if you've seen what I've been holding, but we have the Anubis plushie, handmade. That's my favorite.
That is so cool. You got the Egyptian gods in the series too.
Yeah, and it's so funny too. He's got his own little staff. So with Anubis, there's a lot more than meets the eye, and you see, well, we have a lot of details in the background. So first, I have to point out that every single issue has a Easter egg from a horror video game or a horror movie.
Oh,
yeah. So when book 1 comes out, now they're there now in each issue. But when book 1 comes out, whoever posts first all the ones they find on which page they found and what it is, we have a prize for them. Oh. So yeah, so there's a they get I can probably show you. So we have the 3D Anubis bust. So whoever figures it out first and posts it to our Twitter, we'll get one of those.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the first one I always tell people so they get an idea of what they're looking for. It's in book 1, and it's on the page where they first see each other together. They don't see each other, but they run into each other. There's an alligator in the sewer. So nobody sees it until I point it out. So now you'll see it. But it's the alligator crocodile from Resident Evil 2 that comes out and gets Leon. So that's the reason why I bought Resident Evil 2 was the commercial. The crocodile came out, and for some reason, that's all I needed to get this book, this game. So, but yeah, there's a couple of good Easter eggs in there, and there's at least one in book 1. There's at least one in each one. Issue 7 has 2, but no one's gonna get the second one, so there's a bonus if they get it because they're not gonna get it. But you have to be old like me to get it. And book 2, I think there's generally one in each page, but there might be 2 here and there. Yeah, so everyone has to find those. But there's little details that people won't get. So in issue 1, there's this scene where she's watching TV and it tells her exactly what she needs to know to go where she's going, right? And if you look closely, the TV's not plugged in. It's unplugged. And in the window is one of the angels, and they're faking the newscast. So, and there's a hint to it, but the joke is in every movie where they turn on the TV and it tells you exactly what you need to do, exposition galore, we always make fun of it. So we had to include it and make fun of it. And he hints to it, on the next page. He's like, "You're already going there," and she's like, "How do you know where I'm going?" Like, it's because he's sending her there. So there's little things like that in the background that a lot of people won't get, but they're there. So you kind of have to read it through a couple of times to get it all. But
I just spent some money on that Kickstarter. I can't wait to get them shirts.
I will tell you though, these. So I don't mind PDFs. In fact, I most of the time collect the PDFs. But with these, it is 80-pound glossy pages. These are not thin pages. Mm-hmm. They are shiny, and they are a heavy book to hold. And it's got some weight to it. So as much as I love the PDFs, I love reading the books and all that stuff. So I have to give some credit to printing that because I love the way it came out. And
I did that one with the deal where you get all that. Yeah. I think you get the PDF and the books. So I'm getting
a lot of artists don't include the PDF. It doesn't cost me anything. And you actually get the black and white and the color version of the PDF because, again, it doesn't cost me anything.
Sweet.
So, and not only that, I don't know if you noticed, but we're actually through 4 stretch goals. So not only do you get that, you get an additional 16 PDF number 1s from other creators that donated their books, and they're all like the horror genre. So you get 16 more PDFs. You get a PDF from it's going to be redone eventually, which is why it's a stretch goal. But I spent $4,000 in getting it made, and it's not getting used, so I thought I'd use it for this. But issue 1 of the prequel, you get to see how they met and the things that they went through and how it did not go well. And then you get the glossy banner you see here with Anubis fighting, so you get a glossy bookmark, and then you get
that one right behind you, that red
one. Yep, Yep.
That's
That's my interior artist there. Isn't that awesome?
yeah.
And so that's one of the stretch goals. And the other one is the glossy card of the inked version of that cover, the variant cover. So it's black and white version, which is, let me show you right here. That.
Oh,
Nice.
I want that right there in your hand.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
So, yeah. So that's a glossy trading card that we have. So you're actually getting a ton of stuff with this. So I've been not from backers, but from other artists or other creators are like, you put way too much in your reward tiers. But you know what it is? It's so a lot of people will have a reward tier, and then the next one has different stuff in it, which I don't think is fair. If you're going higher up, you should get what was in that one. So pretty much basic stickers and stuff, you get them in no matter what tier. It just keeps adding on. So I guess some creators are like, you put too much in there. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny you say that because I see it back and forth with like Indiegogo. Some will put like, say, because for me with the movies, I always go for the Blu-rays, and it'll be like the Blu-ray, name in the credits, some stickers, blah blah blah. Then you get for like that, and then the upper tier, you know, the tiers lower, a couple things from that, and now it's just like just the Blu-ray. I'm like, I want the Blu-ray and a thank you in the credit. I just gave you 45.
Yeah, we see.
For 30.
Unfortunately, we can't do the thank you. Like somebody, like I know we've been asked, but my artist is so fast that he's finishing issue 5 now. So there's issue 5 is going to be. I don't do Kickstarters till the issue is actually in my hand. I just buy the minimum and then whatever I buy again. But I can't start it without it because I have to make sure it looks good. It's done. I don't want any backers to be upset about it. I don't like people to wait. Literally, when payments go through, these are getting shipped. So I don't even wait the 2 weeks. So yeah, I can't do that. However, we have a really cool 2 people are doing it so far. And the add-ons, it's like $99 more. You can be drawn into issue 6 as a vampire, and you can either be killed by decapitation or fire. So one person bought it, and then my brother wanted it, and I was like, I would love to kill you. So I got 2 so far. He's like, do you need a picture? I'm like, sure, but I already know how you're gonna look when I kill you. But yeah,
I've been working on this my whole life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, that's like a dream come true. I thought I had to talk you into this. So yeah, I'm good with that. I'm gonna do the same thing later on. For the zombies, people can be a zombie in the issue.
Sweet.
But
now that I want to try my best to get into, because that's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. And that's
that'll be issue 16. So if you stick around, you'll be in that. So what I liked about 16 was, so I had Anubis. They I don't know if you know much about Anubis. He can actually travel through portals. That's what he can do. So he travels through the portal into where they are, and when he comes out, he gets immediately surrounded by a horde of zombies, of vampires. So my first instinct was to chop them with his staff, and I was like, wait a minute. So he holds up the staff, and they just part the sea because they listen to what he says. So he just gets to walk through them like it's nothing. So my cover is going to probably have like the zombies bowing or something, like really sarcastically. But we have like unique things. Like, I don't know if you know, our vampires are a little bit different. So this issue introduces our vampires, which I kind of I changed the rules because I'm a bitch. But so it always bothered me that vampires bleed. They have no heartbeat. They should not bleed.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So ours, their heart beats every 6 hours, which is just enough time to keep off a rigor mortis from happening. Can you tell I have my criminal justice bachelor's degree?
I love how you twisted it with the horror.
Yeah. So their heart beats every 6 hours. So you can only kill them through decapitation or fire unless it's like around the 6 hours. But the odds are it's not going to work. But the clotted blood not only gives them more strength, but when you cut them, it's this disgusting clotted mess, because it's just thicker and whatever. However, the worst part for my poor characters, if they taste your blood, it can actually track you down like a homing beacon no matter where you go.
Wow.
And if you kill one of them, the entire family will come after you for revenge. So we have that little issue happening.
Like Vampire Mafia.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing with ours is, so ours is kind of unique, which we'll probably play off more later. But everyone's like, "Oh, are they soulless?" And I go, "No, they still have a conscience. However, if they don't feed directly from humans, they actually start to deteriorate like a zombie, like a vampire. So like I don't know if you could see him. Probably not, but we have a vampire there that's like deteriorated, so it's coming out of the ground, so it's like decomposing. So if they don't feed, so they have to get over that consciousness of feeding off of a human, or they'll die. So you have this, usually they're like psychotic killers because they make the best vampires anyway. But they get over it quick because if they don't start killing humans, you can't even feed from a bag. There's not enough. It's not the right temperature. It's not the right nutrients. So they have to feed from it. So it puts this little spin on it where even if they don't want to kill you, they're going to kill you anyway.
Yeah.
So it kind of builds out, and it kind of makes the vampires, turn the more evil people. So you get that kind of. So they're not just soulless. They're psychotic killers. So it puts a cool little spin on it, and
just don't make them sparkle like Twilight.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing is, in true mythology, they actually did not burn up or sparkle in sunlight. That was they just don't go in sunlight. So ours don't die in sunlight. They just don't like it, but they can go in it if they want to. Because originally that's what it was. And originally, they could not be seen in mirrors because mirrors were made out of silver, and silver's a pure element. That's why they couldn't be seen. But in all modern mirrors, there's no silver anymore, so you can see them in mirrors. So I've done a lot of research over the years. So and I make sure that everything we do can technically happen, obviously in the world of supernatural, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like at one point, she spears one of the demons with a rebar, and it starts to smoke. And then I was like, wait, is there iron in rebar? So yes, there is 97% iron in rebar. So I learned something new. I did not know stainless steel had iron in it. So now you all know. So I've done my research. If you want to defeat these things, you can use these for real life tips. Yeah.
So, there's that person and like that makes no sense. That one.
Yep. Yeah. I told you guys Horror Research 30 is very educational, guys.
Right?
You never know when you never know when you're gonna get the educational part of it, but it drops every now and then.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's not from me and James, but sometimes even we say stuff that's intelligent. It's like, oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful for those, intelligent things, But yeah.
That's awesome though. That's awesome. And people, I do want to let you guys know that the Kickstarter link is in the description. It is in the description. I did drop it in the chat too, so go there and buy this cool ass art.
Also, if they don't follow the link or you forget it and log off and don't go back, all you have to do is go to Kickstarter and search Worthy Chaos. We're the only thing that pops up.
Worthy Chaos.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
I just grabbed some stuff. I had to, just from. All right, I'm gonna tell you what really got me. It was what got me. This was just right here. I was like, I need this. I need this in my hands. I need that because that just looked awesome.
Yep.
And then the story that was connected with it, I'm like, holy shit.
That's just the bonus.
The story sounds just as awesome as this artwork. It just fit for whatever reason. Yeah. And now I'm intrigued. And then I'm just like, and in my mind, right, I'm seeing some sort of animated series type of thing playing in my mind, and I'm like, and I'm buying these, getting the comic books in my mind. I'm like, I'm getting the animated version of this already, and so
that is the dream. I've been asked at every show, oh, do you want a movie or do you want a show? And I said it needs to be a rated R animated series.
Yes,
because it's a long series. I don't want the characters aging. I just want, so yeah, that's the dream. Whether I have to pay for it eventually myself, because no one else is going to screw it up but me. So no one else can, I'm not giving it to Netflix, to change whatever. No. So we'll figure it out. But that's if I have to animate the thing by myself, it's getting
an awesome backing. YouTube.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
An awesome backing in YouTube. Connect with some awesome artists. I think it can happen.
You know, somebody animated that Anubis for me for free just because they liked the character. So at the end of that video that you saw the animation, it took him 2 months to do.
Wow.
He just really liked him. He's like, this is a really cool character. I was like, you need to animate my whole thing.
Yes, the whole thing.
The whole thing. The whole thing needs to be animated. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for backing that. That's great.
Oh, I love it. I can't help myself when I see cool stuff like this. I'm just like, if I can.
Well, you made my day. Facebook be damned. It's great.
Yes. We're all independent. We gotta help each other out and stick together, people.
Absolutely. I support a lot of I don't even buy mainstream anymore. I just find that indies are so much more passionate about their work. I mean, when you get a mainstream, these people half the time, it's not that they're not skilled. They don't even know probably what the story's going on. They get a page, they line it, they color it. They don't know what the words are. The letter doesn't really, care what's going on. So I just find that the indie people are just so passionate. I mean, those 16 that are included, those PDFs, they're because I backed them and I believed in them too. So awesome. It's definitely because of, people just backing each other. And I'm very lucky that the indie community is so supportive. I mean, I posted that I'm banned and they all spread my, my link for me because Facebook hates me.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It worked out great, actually.
Yeah, it is. I do want to play a quick ad and then I'll spin the wheel to see what we're doing next week, James. Let me play this ad really quick, though. Play a short one.
State, a celebration of games and the people who make them, is coming to New York's Tech Valley region. Visit oneupstate.com for more information.
Now, Clarissa, do you do cons?
I do, but I got to be completely honest with you. Not that I would lie, but I hate Comic-Cons. I find that either the people are there for Star Wars, Star Trek, anime, or so I've switched to horror cons. And
that's what I meant to ask you. Yeah. That's what I meant to ask. Sorry.
Yes, they're more my. See, here's the thing: comic book people won't necessarily read a horror comic just because they read comics, but a horror person is more likely to read a comic because it's horror, even if they don't read comics. So I'm
that example right there. I love to read. I just don't really read comics. Yeah, my brother gave me some horror comics. I had them for like 5-6 years. I still haven't cracked them open. He'll cuss me out every now and then. Like, yo, did you even smell the book? Do you even know where they're at? Like, yeah, they're put away.
Yeah. I have 3 horror cons this year. I have one coming up in June where I get to meet my mentor, which is James O'Barr, the creator of The Crow. I have his graphic novel, and I pulled it out when I started scripting mine because it's like I love it. I have another one called CreepyCon in I think August, and then I have Smoky Mountain Horror Con in October. And if all those go well, which I really think they will be, because like I said, they're my people. If they go well, there's a big one in Lexington next October. I didn't make this one. They're super nice. They said that I could put something in their VIP bags if I want to. So I might try for that. So if this works out, then I'm probably going for that. And then if that works out, I'm probably going to Texas to do the big, horror con, because half my friends are in Texas. I don't know. All these indie people are in Texas. I don't know why, but like half of them are in Texas.
That's where everybody's moving. Everybody's going to Texas.
Right?
Yeah.
So I have to go to Texas now. And I'll tell you the number one best reason to make comic books besides having your awesome story seen is anywhere you want to go, just do it during a con and it's tax deductible. So every vacation from the rest of my life will be tax deductible.
That's awesome. So, there you go. There you go. And like again, going back to your stories, I'm just like going back to the animated thing. I'm like I can see this just kind of playing out. I can't hear any voices, but I can kind of just see it kind of just playing out to just some kind of deep, violent, crazy ass story. And like you were saying, and I know James would agree with this because we talk about this a lot with certain things, to where it's like you want that really long story, but you don't want that really long movie. Like it's easy to sit down and watch 10 episodes of a series where you're literally sitting on the couch all damn day than it is to watch a 3-hour movie. Like not even sit on the couch for 12 hours, just a 3-hour movie. You're just like,
Yeah.
Oh, what is this going to be?
It would probably be like shorter episodes, like 20, 30 minutes or, whatever. Like pretty much an issue would be an episode. And like, I'm horrible to my fans and I apologize. They all end on cliffhangers, like every single one.
But that
like,
makes you coming back. It makes you coming back for more though. So it's a good thing as long as you keep coming back. As long as you keep coming back.
Fortunately, I release every other month, so you don't have to wait long.
There you go.
So my fans probably won't be able to afford it, but my artist is way too fast. And I'm taking advantage of it while I can. So like my next release is June 20th. So issue 5 is already done. He's coloring it. I think he's on 4 or 5 pages are colored, and and he's already got the cover for issue 6, which I don't know if you saw, but it's an homage to 3 other covers, and I just combined them.
Nice.
And it's awesome because the homage was sent to me by somebody that hadn't read the issue 6. They're just like, oh, you should do these covers because they're popular. And I was like, holy shit, all of this stuff in the homage actually happens in my issue, like everything.
Wow.
So I'm like, well, now I have to.
That's awesome.
So it just worked out. It's very serendipitous, if you want to say.
Oh, that's so damn cool. Let me pull this wheel up real quick. So this here, spin wheels to figure out what movies are to do for Tuesday and Thursday, because it's better than just trying to figure it out, thinking about it.
You can't blame anybody, so I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we blame each other for the bad. If it's a bad enough movie, we blame each other.
We're the ones that find the movies to put on these lists. Like there's different categories.
Yeah, for the most
and the movies are inside each category.
Horror Wheel of Fate. I love it.
My wife does pick. Well, she's still working on her wheel, I believe, but she's gonna have her own horror wheel on here.
That's cool.
Are we going to Crazy Women again, James? Jesus.
Might be.
Well, there's nothing scarier than a scary woman, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
Found footage. That was close.
Nice. I haven't heard of this one.
Oh, it's not a movie. No, it's the category. There's all the movies inside this is found footage movies.
Yep. And then go right here, which I got to still add those other movies to this, James. Let's see what we're doing Tuesday.
Suspense is killing me.
Oh, man.
Have you ever regretted it? Like gotten one that was like so bad you're like, what the hell did I do?
Oh, there's this movie called Blood Lake.
Blood Lake.
That we hate. Worst movie I've ever seen in my life. By far.
All genres. The worst movie I've ever seen.
Okay. There's one.
Okay.
Nice.
Record.
Let me just close that.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
I know I didn't.
It looks like a speaking of homage, it looks like what's the one that's in the
Quarantine, right?
Yes. Man, you were dead on. I like the one in the building when they can't get out. I still didn't think of Quarantine. Yeah,
I think it's supposed to be a foreign version of that, so it'll probably be better if it is that.
Yeah.
That's usually what that means. In our brains over here, me and James are like, yeah, if it's a foreign version of this, it's probably the version we should have seen originally anyway.
Did you see what is it? Train to Busan?
Awesome.
Love it.
I just saw it. Like I saw it like 2 months ago. Somebody listed all their favorite zombie movies, and I'm like, saw it. I was like, what the hell is that? So
okay.
Awesome.
You ever see The Sadness?
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome.
Loved it. I've never seen this movie before, James.
Nope.
So what do? You pick 2 movies? Is this for like the month or is this for?
No, it's for next. So I do an episode every Tuesday and Thursday. So I just spin the wheel every Thursday for the following week. That way we both know.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay.
I guess I finally got to watch it, right?
Yep.
That sounds a little bit more extreme than Sissy, but that's just
it does.
a little bit, but we'll see.
It out. There might be actually some brain eating in that one.
Yeah, there better be.
All right, the wheel is all set. Again, I can't wait to get these freaking.
I'll mail yours out first. Don't tell anybody.
Like the funny thing is like I did it one night, but give me credit, guys. I've been trying to like lay down and read before I watch TV. I'm like, lay down, even if I just lay down and read for 10 minutes, just to kind of get back into that. Because I love to read, and it's like just getting back into that. And these would be perfect because it's horror. It's gonna get me stuck right in there, and I'm sure my wife's gonna see me like, oh, I want to. She's gonna want to read them, so we'll see.
Good. I can't wait to hear what you think.
You know what? Which makes this is how we're helping each other out.
Yeah.
Because I got these now, I can read through them, check them out, and all that, and then review them without spoiling them, so you guys can go buy them yourselves. But you know how much I enjoy them.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what you think.
I can't wait to get them in my hands. I really can't, because I love art. Even if I'm just even as a collector, I just love art, and just especially when it comes to horror.
You want to know a secret? I'll tell you a secret. This is the artist's first paid job.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's better every issue. So, I mean, all his work is great, but man, you can see the difference from, it just gets better. And I even posted the cover for the next one. Like, oh, is that the same? Is that a different artist? And like, nope. He gets better and better. Yeah, I found him and I got super lucky. Super lucky.
That's awesome. I mean, part of it has to be just you guys are both used to working with each other, so you can.
Oh yeah, the first issue we almost killed each other. Yeah.
See, boom. Now he understands your vision.
Yeah, I had a vision and he had a vision, and we both wanted our visions. Yeah. And it wasn't until I compromised and I shortened my scripts, my panels. I used to have like 5 to 6 panels, but he wants to do things with panels. He does this really cool thing that I have no idea what he's doing, and he does this like action sequences, and his panels get praised all the time. So I shortened it to 3 to 4, and then he does whatever the hell he wants, and it just comes out amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, I compromised, and then life was good. So
that's so awesome. We're gonna I guess we can wrap this one up some, but I do want you to let the people know where they can find you. And again, the links are in the description. Excuse me.
And I'll just say that thing right there is a huge important piece of this story. So yeah, that's an angelic weapon. It's got the power of souls.
Wow.
I love it. So is that your logo for like across the series?
Yep.
Or
yep.
And I love that. So it's not that it's not just a logo. What I mean by that, it connects with the story, like you're just saying.
It's the huge. It's yeah. And not only does it have a simple plot line of being an angelic weapon that both heaven and hell want to use to skip the war, to tip the war in their favor, it actually has to link to Serafina in such a way that it's just it just. There's other things in the works that people won't get, so you can enjoy it on a basic level of survival horror, survival adventure, Romeo and Juliet in Hell, it's been called. But there's so much going on in the background that kind of you get hints to as you go. And it everything we did, we try to cover all the plot holes, which is because we hate plot holes, and we do. I'm sure someone will think of something, but we worked really hard to make sure that everything we did fit. So that is a very important piece to the story, and it plays a lot of factors in it. So yeah, and it came out great. Like the artist that I had designed that, I'm pretty sure probably changed their unlimited revisions to like some other lower number, because I tortured that poor artist where I'm like, no, that's I'll have to find you the original, because it looks nothing like that. It looks
please do
nothing like that, and you'd be like, that's the same artist. So I'm sure he hates me to this day. He probably has 3 revisions now. But yeah, so and it had to be perfect. That is what started the entire thing. I thought of that 17 years ago and held on to it until I wrote the story.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
All the gems have meanings, all of it, the liquid inside, all of it has meaning. So
can't wait. This one?
Yeah. The supernatural homage.
Yep. See the car.
Dean's birthday on the license plate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And then this is just
Zombified Anubis, man.
Because you know what it is? Like this, I see.
He's reaching out for you.
That's what, reach out and grab my wallet. That's what he just did.
Yeah.
That thing is just so freaking cool. Like, I want a damn statue of that. That needs to be a figure. That
I
is
might be able to do
cool.
that. I might be able to do that.
That is too seriously. Like that's so damn cool.
I'm glad you said that. I think I can do that.
I think you should do that.
Yeah. I am the merch queen. I'll make merch out of anything. And I get made fun of all the time. Like, why do you're a newbie, you shouldn't have all this merch, and why are you doing all this? It's like, all right, I'm gonna tell you flat out. I wanted it, and offering it to you, it's now tax deductible. Best hobby ever. So
I mean that's a great way of saying it. And I mean, shit, there's just who wouldn't want something like that?
everything that's for sale is because I wanted it. Like, I am my own greatest fan.
But I mean, you should be. You should believe in yourself and have that kind of like for yourself, I guess.
Yeah. How do you see those things selling out at HorrorCon if you had the little like like character, but you can put it on a shelf?
Yeah. Do you have your comic books in like any stores?
My local stores, yeah.
How does that work? Like if you wanted to have it and say if you want to have it in a comic book shop near where we live, how does that work?
I haven't tried that yet. I literally walked into 10 stores here and they all put it on their shelves. And I will tell you, so I do book signings at our local one in town. And I would tell you the greatest feeling in the world is to find out that 2 people have me on their pull list, which I never heard before, even though I'm a comic person. I always just heard, we'll put it aside for you. But yeah, it's a pull list where as soon as it comes in, they want it put aside for them. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was a rush. I was like, really? I was like, good. I like when I hear people can't wait to read it, or I had somebody write me and say, I read it 7 times. When the hell is the next one coming out? And I was like, funny story.
With excuse me, with Kickstarter. I know I said we're gonna wrap this up. We are people. Don't worry.
Sorry.
You have to get to it.
I'm awful at this.
No, I'm having a great time. With Kickstarter, because I don't know how that works. Does that get sent to you and then out to? Do you send it out? Or?
I personally send them out. So at the last day of the Kickstarter, the payments go through, and then I don't get the money for 2 weeks. But I don't wait 2 weeks. I just order them because I don't like to wait, and I don't want anyone else to have to wait. So generally people will get them by the time the 2 weeks is up. So yeah. So
no, my question that I wasn't even rushing you on that. I'm just wondering if I can get mine signed by you.
Oh yeah, I'll sign yours.
Oh, perfect. That's something I always try to do when I buy, whether it be an indie movie, especially in person. Like, I'm always shocked how shocked they are when I ask for their autographs. I'm like, you created this, didn't you? They're like, yeah. And my thing is, I'm like, I could be in a movie for 0.2 seconds. I'm signing it.
Yeah.
Like if you come to our table, these are already autographed. It's not going to cost you any extra. I just want to autograph something.
Yeah. No, I signed them with a sparkly, like not sparkly, but a shiny gold marker that's meant for signatures. And I sign the inside cover. I could sign the outside if you want, but I don't like ruining covers, so I put it on the inside.
That's perfect.
But yeah, I sign them. Whoever wants them, I sign them. Yeah.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
It's good for my ego, man. I'll happy sign.
First 30 wants them. See, so you understand exactly where I'm coming from.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. This is. Let me just tell you, I have incredible faith in the story. I know it's a great story. I know people love it, but I'm still shocked when they do. Like, I want to hear that people love it. And if I was rich, these would be free. Like, I would just make them, and it's just, I don't even care about profit. I just want them I want to make them all, You
want your story to get out. You want not I don't mean your life story, obviously, but you want your stories to get out there for the public eye, because it's like I create these. Yes, you love them. It's like I create it because I want other people to be able to.
Yeah, I want to see it, and I love getting every page. And I'm so glad my artist is fast. My wallet's not as happy as I am, but I still keep doing it. But I just love, as soon as it's on paper or I see my characters come to life, it's just like, that's exactly how I pictured it in my head, And I love the expressions. Like in book 5, you get to see, because we have the thought bubbles in issue 5, you see him struggling to try to tell her how he feels, and he can't do it. So you get to see the internal struggle, and in the end, he can't do it. But you see it. she doesn't understand it, and so she has doubts of her own. So you get to kind of struggle along. And I don't know if I explained this before, but because I have a co-writer, we RP'd this. So these two characters are written by two completely different people. So all of Seraphina's thoughts and actions and words are mine, and Draven is written by my co-writer. So you have two completely different personalities throughout the entire book.
That is all. See, now that makes it, I guess, in a sense, better, because you're really getting two different sides of the story. So even though I'm sure you guys talk over what the story's going to be about, no, not at all.
we have like a basic understanding, but generally no. We just I start it. I write a chapter, and she writes his reaction to the chapter, and then I write the next chapter. So you get if you were to read the actual novels, which will never be released, but if you read the actual novels, the first chapter is me writing Seraphina's what she's thinking and doing during the scene, and then she writes what he was thinking and seeing and saying during that scene. So you have two complete versions of one scene in the story. That's and awesome. Then I combine it for the comics.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's sometimes when people read stories and they're like, oh, this is all the characters have the same personality. This will not, because it isn't. So
yeah, because it's two completely different people, so it's going to be completely different personalities.
Yeah, I don't know what that person's going to do while I'm writing. I mean, it's been 3 years almost, so we still write. We're still writing daily. So I kind of obviously can predict what the character is going to do, but yeah, it's pretty much I don't know until I get a reply back, which is why I can't wait for a reply, because I'm like, what was he thinking during this scene?
Yeah,
I'm just as shocked as everyone else when I get it.
I love that. I love that.
But anyway, as we were wrapping up.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to be sorry about, because the more I hear about this, and you want people to hit this Kickstarter, the more I'm just like, listen, people, just go out there and grab it now.
Yeah.
I did have one more question.
Sure.
So you said issue, what was it, 6 or 16? All I remember is I have a chance of being in there.
So if you go into the add-ons, the very last add-on for the 99 is to be killed as a vampire. So you can have your outfit and your looks as a vampire in issue 6. You pay for it in this one because my artist is always I mean, he's already drawn out 5, so I couldn't do 5. But there's a huge swarm of vampires in book 6 that they fight, and so they're gonna be chopping heads off and burning people left and right. So you get to be it. And some of them have dialogues and all that stuff. If we only get like 3 or 4, they're probably all going to have some kind of dialogue. And then in 16, you can be a zombie and get killed.
That's just because I give the extra funds for it, or else I would have. But
16? 16. Yep. 16. So it'll probably be for the campaign for probably 14. And I'll tell everyone, but yeah, you can pay for it, so we'd be ahead. So yeah, it'll be available. I'll make sure you get in there.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm like, listen, I got to figure out how to get myself in a horror movie one way or another.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think about a comic book before. But now, boom, anything.
Pick your favorite shirt, man, because I'll make sure everyone sees it.
Oh, it's gonna be a horror shirt. It's gonna be my shirt for sure. Yeah. I appreciate that, but oh man, I gotta make this happen. I can't wait.
Great.
This was an awesome, fun episode. I'll tell you this. Your stories are definitely better than this damn movie was.
Just by what you said.
Like, I wish that we were reviewing this animated series of your story rather than this movie. And the movie Sissy was not bad, don't get me wrong, just that your story blows it out of the water. And what's funny is anytime, and James, you can vouch for this, anytime we get indie artists on here, most of the time it's independent like movies, and they'll show like their shorts on here, and it's better than the damn movie we're reviewing. I'm like, how the hell does this always happen?
Well, when it's an animated show, we will review it here.
I can't wait. Yeah. I cannot wait.
Yeah, you heard it first here, everyone. It has to be reviewed here.
It's gonna be reviewed here, people.
Yeah,
and I mean, if it's on YouTube, there is something called, which I want to tell you about this. When it's on YouTube, there's something called Stream Lounge, which you can do watch parties in there, and just invite everybody in there.
Yeah.
And bam, it's I do them all the time. They're fun as hell. But
Works for me.
this is gonna be awesome. Make sure you go check out
Worthy Chaos. Just search Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter or any freaking platform on there.
Worthy Chaos everywhere.
Everywhere.
Worthy Chaos, people.
Yeah.
Have a great night. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.
Thank you for joining us.
Guys.
Stream.